This is a WTJX news brief. The green light's been given to bars and nightclubs to reopen with some restrictions.
We officially take one of those steps forward on the path to our new normal. As of today, bars and nightclubs may open, but under the following guidelines. Bars may open and operate for seated service only. That means no patrons will be allowed to congregate, stand, or sit around the bar counter area. The serving of alcohol at bar counters is still prohibited. Patrons are allowed to order and be served alcohol at tables in designated seating areas only. And just as a reminder, table seating is limited to no more than 6 persons per table, and those tables have to be 6 feet apart. Allocated seating areas must meet social distancing guidelines. So, as I mentioned, tables must be 6 feet away from each other in these respective establishments. Also, under these guidelines, there will be no sale or distribution of alcohol after the hours of 11 p.m., and patrons must leave the establishment by 12 a.m. midnight.
Today, Education's reported they distributed more than 1,500 Chromebooks to students territory-wide. In addition to the Chromebooks, 1,700 devices from its previous inventory will be distributed. They're looking for a total of 12,000 new Chromebooks to be distributed territory-wide. Human Services Commissioner Kimberly Causey Gomez was a guest on Conversations with AARP-VI this past Saturday. She discussed the problem of patients being abandoned by families at our hospitals.
It's an unfortunate situation because you may not have or be able to afford taking care of your loved one, especially if they have extreme medical or special needs. But abandoning them is not necessarily the issue, but some people feel like that's the last resort, that they just can't do it anymore. Maybe they've done it for a long time. And so when someone goes into an acute situation and they're left in the hospital and there's no safe discharge, they stay there until there's a safe discharge. That cost is costing, that's uncompensated care sometimes, can cost up to $1,800 a day, depending upon what part of the hospital it is. So if we can find a safe discharge, that can go anywhere from $200 to $400 a day. So the cost for us is less if we can find a safe environment. So we've done a couple of off-island facilities because right now we're at capacity for both Queen Louise and Herbert Gregg until we're able to expand and do some renovations.
That's your WTJX News Brief. I'm Doug Harris.